In this video, we create a place of remembrance, honoring those who've recently left us and reflecting on the lasting influence they gave the world. Alongside these tributes, we also celebrate the legendary career of The Undertaker, whose unmatched legacy continues to inspire wrestling fans everywhere. Subscribe today and be part of a community that treasures these unforgettable stories. Matt Cappotelli was a talented professional wrestler whose life was marked by both promise and perseverance. Born on November 12, 1979, in Louisville, Kentucky, he rose to fame in 2004 as the winner of WWE's reality show, Tough Enough 3, earning a WWE contract thanks to his dedication, charisma, and athleticism. He quickly became a fan favorite in WWE's developmental territory, Ohio Valley Wrestling, where his in-ring skill and likable personality shone. However, Matt's career faced a heartbreaking challenge in 2005 when he was diagnosed with a brain tumor, forcing him to undergo surgery and chemotherapy. Though he made a brief return to wrestling in 2007, the cancer returned in 2017. After a courageous battle, Matt passed away on June 29, 2018, at just 36. Remembered for his kindness, resilience, and positive spirit, Matt's story continues to inspire fans and fellow wrestlers alike, showing the strength of perseverance even in life's toughest battles. Candi Devine, born January 1, 1959, was a trailblazing professional wrestler whose career left an enduring mark on women's wrestling. She passed away at 63, leaving behind a legacy celebrated by fans and colleagues alike. Known for her charisma, athleticism, and flair for showmanship, Devine captivated audiences throughout the 1980s and 1990s, competing in major promotions like the WWF and All Japan Women's Pro Wrestling. She helped pave the way for future generations of female wrestlers, holding several championships and facing some of the top talent of her era. Beyond her accomplishments in the ring, Candi was admired for her warmth, dedication, and mentorship. She inspired young wrestlers with her positive attitude and commitment to empowering women in the sport. Her passing resonated deeply within the wrestling community, but her influence lives on. Devine's legacy as a performer, mentor, and pioneer ensures she will always be remembered as a beloved icon in wrestling history. Eddie Gilbert, born on December 14, 1961, was a talented and charismatic American professional wrestler and promoter whose influence is still felt in the wrestling world today. Rising to prominence in the late 1980s and early 1990s, he made his mark in major promotions like WWF, WCW, and Eastern Championship Wrestling. Gilbert began wrestling in the early 1980s, quickly earning a reputation for his in-ring skill and his ability to tell compelling stories through his matches. Fans connected with his high-energy style and clever psychological tactics, making him a standout performer. Over the years, he had memorable feuds with wrestlers such as Jerry Lawler and Tommy Dreamer, and captured multiple championships across various promotions. Beyond his wrestling, Gilbert also worked behind the scenes as a booker and promoter, helping to craft storylines and nurture emerging talent. Tragically, his life was cut short at just 33 due to a heart attack. Despite his brief career, Eddie Gilbert's creativity, passion, and legacy continue to inspire wrestlers and fans alike. The Undertaker was born on March 24, 1965, in Houston, Texas. And though his childhood may have seemed ordinary to outsiders, it was during these early years that the seeds of his extraordinary future were planted. Even as a young boy, Calloway possessed a quiet yet compelling presence, not just because of his height or natural physicality, but due to an innate focus and determination that set him apart. He showed early fascination with performance and storytelling, often drawn to ways of capturing attention and conveying emotion, which hinted at the path he would later take in professional wrestling. Alongside this creative curiosity, he demonstrated a disciplined and thoughtful nature, dedicating himself to both physical and mental development. Hours spent honing his body through athletic training were matched by efforts to cultivate resilience, patience, and the capacity to endure challenges. Qualities that would prove critical in the grueling and unpredictable world of professional wrestling. In quieter, formative moments, Calloway was learning lessons far beyond what any classroom could offer, the value of perseverance, the importance of self-discipline, and the impact of connecting with an audience through character and storytelling. These foundational experiences shaped not only his professional identity, but also the personal principles that guided him throughout life. Personal life and human connections away from the glare of the spotlight, Mark Calloway has cultivated a deeply personal life, rooted in family and meaningful relationships. He has been married 3 times, first to Jody Lynn, then to Sarah Calloway, and currently to Michelle McCool, and has raised 3 children, Gunnar Vincent, Gracie, and Chasey, balancing the demands of fame and a physically taxing career with the responsibilities of parenthood. His approach to family life highlights a thoughtful, caring side that contrasts with the imposing figure of The Undertaker. It demonstrates that personal fulfillment and professional achievement are not mutually exclusive. Managing the dynamics of marriage and parenthood alongside a high-profile career required patience, empathy, and deliberate effort, illustrating Calloway's capacity for attention and care beyond the public eye. Through these relationships, he has shown that the true measure of success extends beyond championships and accolades. It encompasses the ability to nurture connections, maintain empathy, and find equilibrium between personal responsibilities and career ambitions. His story reminds us that even legendary figures have human vulnerabilities, and that the cultivation of meaningful relationships is central to a fulfilling life. Health challenges and resilience. In recent years, Calloway's health has become a prominent focus, revealing the toll decades of in-ring performance can take on the body. He has faced significant medical challenges, including atrial fibrillation, a condition affecting the heart's rhythm, and a low ejection fraction that necessitated emergency heart surgery and hospitalization. For someone whose career was built on projecting power and endurance, confronting such serious health issues could have been daunting. Yet Calloway approached them with the same discipline and resilience that defined his professional life. He has prioritized medical oversight, lifestyle adjustments, and recovery, demonstrating that true strength includes acknowledging vulnerability and taking deliberate steps to care for oneself. These challenges have reshaped his perspective, emphasizing the importance of planning, patience, and integrating personal wellness into both life and career. Even with health concerns, he continues to remain engaged with his passions, modeling for fans and athletes alike that confronting personal obstacles with foresight and resilience is an achievement as significant as any championship victory, financial prudence, and career sustainability. Mark Calloway's approach to finances mirrors his meticulous approach to wrestling. Disciplined, forward-thinking, and strategic. In a profession characterized by uncertainty, where the spotlight can be fleeting, he has consistently managed his earnings and opportunities with long-term security in mind. His career as one of WWE's marquee performers brought substantial income and endorsements. Yet Calloway's financial strategy was never about indulgence. Instead, it was rooted in prudence and planning. Through careful investments, contract management, and opportunities beyond active competition, he ensured that his financial foundation would sustain him well into retirement. This strategy also allowed him to transition into roles that leverage his experience without risking further physical strain, such as serving as a WWE ambassador and contributing creatively to other wrestling promotions. By balancing financial foresight with career adaptability, Calloway demonstrates how strategic thinking and long-term planning can provide security, relevance, and continued impact even after stepping away from active performance. Legacy and influence. The legacy of The Undertaker extends far beyond titles or match records. It is defined by a commitment to discipline, storytelling, and mentorship. Calloway has elevated professional wrestling from a competitive sport to a narrative art, influencing generations of performers who cite him as a standard for creativity, resilience, and professionalism. His influence is sustained not merely through his performances, but through mentorship, creative input, and careful career management, showing that lasting impact derives from foresight and thoughtful engagement as much as public achievement. Calloway's attention to detail, whether in crafting a character or in managing the trajectory of his career, illustrates that success in wrestling and in life is multidimensional, encompassing physical skill, financial wisdom, personal responsibility, and creative vision. Reflections on life beyond wrestling. Today, Mark Calloway's life is defined by a balance of family, health, reflection, and creative involvement, embodying the principles that guided his career: resilience, foresight, and grounded judgment. Behind The Undertaker's iconic persona is a man who has faced challenges, adapted to changing circumstances, and remained committed to his values. His experiences highlight that true achievement is not only measured by professional accolades, but also by the ability to navigate health challenges, maintain financial security, and nurture meaningful personal relationships. By continuing to mentor younger talent and contribute creatively, Calloway demonstrates that influence extends beyond physical performance to guidance, inspiration, and vision. His life offers a model of sustainable success, showing that enduring impact comes from a combination of excellence, foresight, and humanity, and that behind every legendary figure is a human being whose thoughtful decisions and resilience shape a legacy that resonates far beyond the spotlight.